Garden update time. We finally got the rest of the garden planted. This little square is our Three Sisters garden. I've got little hills with 5 or 6 little corn plants that have already popped up, and when they're 6 inches tall, then we'll add the beans and the winter squash. You know, the idea is the beans climb up the corn stalks, and then the pumpkins keep the weeds away. So there's the Three Sisters. Then next, we have our sweet corn in little rows. They're popping up pretty good. They're still little, but they're coming up. Hopefully we'll have enough time to get a harvest. So that's the sweet corn patch. We've got 2 different kinds. And then we've got watermelon in this couple rows. And then the rest of the area is all pumpkins. Different varieties, some big, some white, some pie pumpkins. So they're all coming up really well. The 4 straight days of rain really helps. In this row, we have some cantaloupe and then watermelon. And they're coming up, and then this row, what is it? I can't remember. More watermelon, I think. Something like that. Maybe pumpkins, I don't remember. I'll have to look at my chart. At the end here, we have lima beans coming up. They're just starting to sprout. Charlotte and Evan planted those. And in this row, we planted peppers and eggplant. I don't see them coming up yet. Hopefully they'll make it. Down here we have 2 more rows of green beans that Charlotte planted. They're just coming up. The tomatoes are growing really, really high. I need to stake them again today. And then our Roma tomatoes are down here at this end. They're a little smaller, but all the tomatoes are getting flowers, and some of them even have little baby tomatoes on them now. So they've grown really fast. Got a lot of weeding to do today. And down here in the squash row, I actually have squash to harvest today, which is pretty impressive because I didn't plant these. Actually, I planted these about 40 days ago. So I think the black plastic and all the warm weather we've had really sped these up. So I've got some zucchini to harvest today, and I think some yellow squash too. The green bean plants have flowers on them now. So that's good. Oh, a really big zucchini. Gotta pick him. See that one down there? Got a lot of them. So looks like we'll be having zucchini for dinner tonight. Oh boy, I'll have one that got way too big. I need to get out of here more often. Okay, let's see. Green beans, the carrots have really taken off with all this rain. They have grown really fast. So my 2 rows of carrots are doing well. And let's see, the sugar snap peas, I'm harvesting about a 2-quart pitcher every other day, at least. Basil is doing really well. I'm going to harvest some of those and puree it with olive oil to freeze to save that for John. He's the only one that really likes basil, but that way he can make pesto this winter or something. Parsnips are finally growing pretty well, but the ones in the rows did far better than the ones that I dug the cones and put manure in, so glad I tried it both ways. I've got onions and Swiss chard. Swiss chard's done really well. So now for the not so good news. The crops that are not doing well are the cabbages and the broccoli and the cauliflower. They've been attacked with cabbage worms, and I haven't done anything about it, unfortunately, and they're all Swiss cheese. They're all completely so full of holes. The good news is the kohlrabi is still growing even though the leaves are completely full of holes. I have little kohlrabi that will be ready to harvest soon, actually. They're a little smaller than baseball size now, so. And I'm thinking I may just end up pulling up the cabbage because I'm not sure I'll end up getting anything worthwhile. The broccoli and cauliflower still has not made heads yet, so I'm not sure if it's going to or not. Lettuce is still doing well. I've harvested a couple different types that were starting to bolt. But what I have left seems to be slower to bolt. My romaine needs to be picked soon. It's starting to get a little tall. The red lettuce is doing really well. Onions are doing well. I need to harvest some of them and finish weeding the rest. And then behind we've got potatoes. Let me see if I can get over here. Potato beetles are certainly out, but hopefully they're not doing too much damage. Some of the potato vines are already starting to die back a little bit, I think. Either that or just the weeds have taken over. We have an influx of morning glory vines that have kind of attacked them. So anyway, that's the garden so far. Beginning of June. Well, I guess we're in mid-June now, so bye.